Welcome to the MMA show. I'm the Muscle Mo.
Master Wang.
B for the CP.
This is UFC 115.
I'm mega amped about this card.
This is a fantastic card. It's one of the best cards we've seen since, well,
it's not a card with title fights on it. There's a lot of going to be really good fights in it, close fights, big names.
Good matchup. Joe Silva has done a Bobby Dazzler. Bobby Dazzler on this one.
Okay, on that bombshell, we'll get straight into the first fight as...
Mr. Chuck Liddell versus Rich Franklin.
There we go.
Supposed to be Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, Tito's out, pussy.
And also he's been batting his wife recently, so he's out.
You talk about
You don't look to do that anymore?
Say again?
You don't look to do that anymore, no?
No.
Unfortunately, no. So he's out. You're Rich Franklin, you've got getting a master's degree, mathematics teacher, and in terms of striking and fighting and everything, he's fucking top of the food chain. This
is a much more exciting fight in my mind than the Tito Ortiz Chuck Liddell fight. I think this is going to be great in the stand up.
A good matchup.
I think it's a good matchup for Chuck in a lot of ways in that.
Just to hit that.
Chuck's not going to get knocked out easy because Rich Franklin isn't like a one punch knockout guy, it's combinations. But on the other hand, Rich's kicks are great, and if you look at the Keith Jardine fight, etc., Chuck doesn't check kicks, he doesn't deal well with kicks, he get kicked all about the body and the legs a lot, and as we've seen again with the Kimbo fight the other week there, the leg kicks can slow you down, and Chuck's slow enough as it is, so that can be a bad thing.
And the one thing I love about Rich Franklin is you always know that he's come to fight and his endurance, his conditioning.
His endurance didn't come to play in his last fight against Vitor because he got rappelled pretty quickly, but
big Vitor.
That aside, I think Rich Franklin possibly could take this in a decision. If I was Chuck Liddell, I know the only fight I've ever seen him take somebody down was against Vanderlei right at the end. Mix it up to start with, take Rich down immediately, give him something to think about through the whole time. That's the way forward. By the same token, Rich Franklin has been in the ground with a lot of good guys, Travis Slaughter being one of them, and he's got up for it. He's no slouch in the ground, not with submissions, but with regards to submission defence and getting back to his feet.
One thing I think you do notice with a lot of the fighters that come off the Ultimate Fighter coach series is that coaching series has gave them time to reflect on their own game, because I'm guessing being a fighter for a long time you become a bit static and stagnant on the same things you keep on doing, but you're having to educate this next generation, you're trying to think and all that sort of good stuff. So hopefully Liddell will come in refreshed with these sort of ideas of, yeah, I'll use my wrestling, because he has a good wrestling background. He just doesn't use it because he thinks he can knock people out. He's big.
Well, the thing is, in his heyday, I think he was basically throwing a lot of grapplers to knock out. But that aside, I think the confidence was high. Confidence is gone now. One, he'll have no confidence. When was the last time he knocked somebody out?
He beat Tito at handball.
Well, that's pretty much. I mean, he's not knocked somebody out in years, but he's been knocked out. Alright, okay, against Shogun. He done it with Machida, but he's had a few bad knockouts, so I think his confidence will be low, and I'm going to go Rich Franklin decision.
Okay, I'm going to go for Rich Franklin as well.
Kicks are going to play a big part in this fight. Moving on, B for the CP.
We have Crocop versus Pat the Butcher Barry.
Oh,
there could be some kicks playing a little bit in this fight as well.
Me and Master Wang, we have a chubby for like proper grappling. Love it. Grappling's great. I much prefer wrestlers than strikers, but this is a striker's dream. Crocop, Pat Barry.
It's a striker's dream if Crocop comes with his legs, because he hasn't been using a lot of his legs in recent fights.
You don't like to leave him in the dressing room.
he's been using a lot of his hands, you know, but he's not been using a lot of his legs.
Having said that, everybody's giving Crocop a lot of stick. He's finished, he's done, he's all this, that and the next thing.
I saying that, I just said he's not breaking his legs.
I know you, I said a lot of people have been. Only thing I have to say to that is he's the only guy to take Junior Dos Santos out of the first round.
Because they ran away from him.
That's what it takes. Oh, you love Machida, and he's the fastest runner we know.
Junior Dos Santos versus Nelson, we'll get on at that.
Okay.
But I definitely think that Crocop, fantastic striker, top of the food chain. Pat Barry, he's
his kicks are superb.
So, as you say, if both of them got on it, hopefully, one of the problems that we do see in the UFC and top elite fighters is when there are two wrestlers, they usually stand, the wrestling almost cancels each other out. Hopefully they strike them on and cancel each other out.
I think if it goes to the ground, Crocop will beat him quite easily.
Oh aye, Pat Barry, gash in the ground.
Crow Cop isn't as bad as everybody thinks in the ground, actually. He's trained a lot with Verdum. He's mega. In fact, oh, we're getting signalled here, we should stop yapping. So we'll quickly go to our picks. Who you going with?
You don't need to stop mid-thought, because...
He's trained with Verdum, and Verdum top of the food chain.
Crappers, we'll see against Fedor.
Oh yes.
Anyway, okay, talking of that fight, I see it going. I see Pat Barry been too small. I love his style, but he's very short, 230 pounds, 5'11". I see him being too small. I think Crow Cop's going to take that one. Maybe a points decision actually.
I'm going to go for Pat Barry. I do like Crow Cop. I love Crow Cop. I like his the whole thing about Crow Cop, but just Pat Barry. He's training with Matt Mitchell on. Know what I mean?
I feel for him a bit in the heavyweight division, because even if he gets past Crow Cop, he's never going to be able to compete with a lot of the big grapplers in that division. One, he's too small, and two, his ground game is mince. So, okay, we'll went with picks. Crow Cop, Pat Barry. Now from a word from our very good sponsors.
Hey, this is a Go Fast Sports competition. This is by Master Wang. Go Fast Sports Premium Energy Drink. Don't want to miss a drop. Tastes like strawberry laces. This is a question only open to Scotland. Go Fast Sports, you could win a goodie bag from Go Fast Sports. Question is, what does Go Fast Sports taste like? A, strawberry laces, B, Go Fast Sports, or C, a goddamn fantastic energy beverage? Write it in the comments. Hold on to Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Go Fast Sports, so you can enter the competition, etc. But, you know what I mean, if you're in a news agent or a small convenience store, you know, check them out. Cheap,
try a can, tasty,
tastes good,
good
high
kick
energy, good kick, it lasts you the whole day. It's better than the other competitors. You've seen it here on the MMA show. Give it a try.
Next fight.
Fight 3, Paulo Thiago versus Martin the Campman.
Paulo Thiago versus Martin Kampmann. So this is going to be, I think, a very one-sided fight. I personally think Paulo Thiago is going to be the next welterweight champion.
I thought you were saying Kampmann there, he's just going to...
No, never, no. I think Kampmann is pretty much the same as Swick in a lot of ways. He's that kind of, he came down for the division above. He looks too skinny, streak of piss, no strong enough. And you seen what Paulo Thiago done to Swick. Brutalised him. I think it's going to be something similar. I'm tipping Thiago to be the next welterweight champion. I think he could have the measure of GSP. One defeat, one unanimous decision to John Fitch, and that was a while ago before he seemed to bulk up. And
I definitely think, and when they done the countdown show and Paulo Thiago was on it, and they showed you kind of his day job, they showed you his training, his camp, talking about him. He's phenomenal, and I can't see anything that Kampmann has to answer the Paulo Thiago.
Nothing. I mean, you even do. Koscheck's getting a title shot. Look what he did to Koscheck, left him in a heap.
He's got heavy hands, he's got great jiu-jitsu.
Oh, his ground game's amazing, and his striking's came on leaps and bounds.
And I love what he said about the whole idea of, again, this is a sport, I do this for fun. My real job, you get into the favelas in Brazil and have drug dealers shoot at him and stuff, you know. I mean, that's
war.
That's real. This is sport. That's like, fuck, good man.
Well, I think we've got a wee bit of an agreement here.
Yep.
Paulo Thiago.
Yep. For sure, Paulo Thiago.
Excellent. Fight 4, Ben Rothwell versus Gilbert Evo.
Sorry, I'm excited by this one.
It's a big
fucking
Gilbert Evo fan.
Oh, and Rothwell, I mean, Ben is huge. You get two huge guys. Ben Rothwell likes to talk it up. Gilbert Evo, used to like to answer it up, and then he met Dos Santos.